Christmasers, welcome back to the channel for Christmasing, Christmaser University, the front door edition. We've already decorated a front door that looks similar to this, but we haven't done it this way, so we're gonna do it now. Kyle has installed this like wire situation. I said, put a couple screws up there, you know how I do it. And he said, you can't because the wood's so strong, it just popped right off. But there was some chicken wire back there and he laced some wire through, cut his finger, thought I might cut my finger, put some electrical tape on it so I wouldn't cut my finger, and that's what I'm gonna hang my garland on. Use your resources. We're outside. There's car alarms I didn't even know people still had car alarms. It's so random. Car alarms are going off. It's just gonna be what it's going to be. But the Christmasing is going to be good. My base garland is ready. It is fluffed. It is cut and it's going right here on both sides. My base garland is strong. I just folded it down and I created a hook just like that. Once I hung it, I used the wire in the heart of the garland and I really maneuvered it to get it where I wanted it. It was like out. It was out here, it wasn't cute. But I want to have a little bit of a moment coming out of the doorway. Doing the same thing on the side. People are all consumed about putting holes up in their house. There's nails, there's all sorts of holes up here. If you want to hang something, people just hang it. They don't care so much about the holes. What on earth is she doing now? These are tabletop sleighs. They came as a set of 3 and I thought, well, I didn't need anything on my tabletop. I needed a statement item in my front door decor. Do you need a statement item in your decor? I think you always need one. A statement item says we have a little more style than the average, but we'd like you to carol sing at our house. I added wire to the top and the bottom. How am I gonna get this in here? So I'm gonna wrap it around like 6 or 7 times. This is weighty. It's got some weight on it, but I'm gonna take another piece of the garland and I'm going to twist it. I'm reinforcing and it's good. I'm going to also attach it to the bottom because I want it to stay put. Wired on, it's like it was meant to be wired. Had a little hole in it, it was ready to go. This one's going to come down. It's gonna be so cute. It's gonna come down kind of and touch the ground a little bit. That reinforced part's really important to hold the weight. I want it right there. So I'm gonna wrap the wire and then I'm gonna take the base garland and wrap it around as well. And it just stays right where you put it. I'm using my beautiful Ferrosilk ribbon. This is linen snowflakes. And I'm going to do single loops working my way down. I use my Christmas tree over here to put my wire on because I'm resourceful like that. I'm gonna use single loops. Oh my gosh, how joyful is this? This is joyful. I'm using the PVC on the base garland. So when I put my ribbon in, I grab a piece of it right here. I grab a piece and I wrap it around it really tight. I know I'm not supposed to cover the Ring camera, but for the sake of my design, it's going to happen. I'm gonna stay going with my single loops all the way down. We love it, we love it. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing on this side, working all the way down, keeping my single loops. We're going in with red velvet luster. What's the difference between velvet and velvet luster? There's just a little more shimmer in the luster. So I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna make some, I'm just gonna keep it with singles. Nope, just kidding. I'm going with the double. See how just quickly I changed my mind, just like a woman? Yeah, that's cute, that's what I'm doing. If you don't know how to make my 3 simple loops, a single, double, and triple, every single thing I make is with one of those bows. There's an entire video just for you. There are a couple of them actually. There's some slow-mo, there's some fast ones, there's just some that are decorating things to entertain you. But why do I do everything with 3 simple loops? Because it's literally simple. I used to see people ribbon trees and, okay, I'm going off on a tangent. They'd ribbon things and it would be so extra and it felt like so much work and I'm like, nah, it's not for me. I like to work fast. And so I came up with this and this is fast, this is efficient. Going in with my doubles, I'm working in, I'm gonna make a lot of texture coming off of this branch right now, simultaneously keeping my shirt pulled down. My double is meeting, connecting to my original loop, making it a triple. It's just girl math right there. I'm gonna work it down, leaving space between the 2 ribbons. I'm not overlapping. We don't overlap our ribbons. Now the linen snowflake ribbon was pretty, but the red luster velvet made it come alive. And that's what happens. If you find one ribbon, you're like, it's so pretty. That's nice, but if you want things to feel like they have company, that they've come alive, like their soul has been set on fire because good things are happening in their ribbony lives, you need to have a companion ribbon. This is the red luster. I'm only using 2 ribbons today, but why do I need the complementary ribbon? That's why. Even though I only did single loops on the first 10 yards on each side, that's how much ribbon I'm using. I'm gonna go back in, finish the other side with my double. Picks are next. I have 9 for each side. I'm going in with this really natural pick. It's got some red berries, all sorts of goodness. It's gonna make my garland look real. First, I'm gonna pop my pick. And once I get the pick in, I'm gonna take the base garland and I'm gonna wrap it around, just like that. I always like to put a pick right in the bottom of what I'm doing when I'm using a garland, so the texture I carried out throughout my garland carries on through the bottom. All of a sudden, everything I did up here makes sense because I put it down here. Going with my picks on the other side. In this instance, twisting the picks into place is very important. We are outdoors. They will get wind gusts, hopefully not enough to knock over the Christmas tree. But if you are indoors and you want your picks to stick out in a certain direction and you're really trying to get more control, the locking them in is important. If you're just decorating your Christmas tree and you just want texture, just pop them in. You don't have to do it. But right now, this part is important. The ribbon. We are under a covered patio. They are not gonna get wet. If they were to get wet, you can still use your beautiful ribbons outside. They're gonna get weathered, but that's what we do for beauty. But you can just spray them with a little bit of Scotch Guard. That's how you handle that. Like, nothing's a big deal. We're just having fun here, okay? Everything's fun. This is the cutest part. I put my statement items in and you're like, nobody knows why she put those big metal things, metal sleighs in her garland. I did it because I have all these sweet Christmas cards. Because this is a covered patio, I'm gonna use a magnet and the Christmas cards are going to be displayed here. And I probably have a bigger one to go right here. Like, was there anything sweeter? I don't think there was. This is the big one. I know these are not real greeting cards, obviously. She's gonna get her own and she'll put them on. I just know it. I'm gonna leave extra magnets. Have a little piece of base garland left. I'm gonna wrap it around this and incorporate it into my design. I'm gonna take 2 pieces and twist them. That's how I'm securing this. Around my house, little pieces of base garland are like little chunks of gold for me because I use them everywhere to make anything. I've had like, oh, you don't need this anymore, it's just a foot. I'm like, no, it's a foot of good things. So just a little is gonna look like a lot. Hold on, I'm gonna make it now. I intentionally did not put any ornaments in this because I really wanted this to feel as special as it felt in my heart. But I think a little bit of shine over here will be perfect. I made a bow with a little bit of a longer tail on both sides because I want to do a little wrap around on this side, and this is how I accomplished that. To finish this off, I'm just going to add it right here and then wire it off on the other side. Make it cozy, the cutest. I'm gonna repeat what I said because the sun was in my face. We made an ornament garland. This is a little ball garland. If you don't know how to do this, I have videos on it. It's just laced together like a little macaroni necklace. Even a small moment is a big moment. Everyone thinks like, oh, it's so expensive. Somebody asked today, how do I make that without a second mortgage on my home? Just make a little one. Gonna trim my ribbon. I'm gonna put one more pick down here just to kind of finish off the look. Definitely securing it. We're ready for the Christmas cards. I believe that your exterior decor is definitely a personal statement. It is a personal statement of the people that live within the home. Sometimes you drive by and you see all the colored lights. That makes me so happy. Sometimes you drive by and you see every single crystal clear light placed perfectly. Also brings me great joy. Sometimes you see inflatables. Does not make me happy, but I'm very happy for the people that live there. Christmasers. You make a statement on your porch. You're never gonna regret it. You walk up these steps every single day. Every single day. Thank you for Christmasing with me today.